ChiquiStories Podcast's primary purpose is to educate and entertain. We are here to share stories and experiences based on our team's and guests' personal knowledge. We will have friendly, casual conversations, but not give professional advice or services. TCSP is for private, non-commercial use, and our guests do not necessarily reflect our team's views and opinions. Earphones are highly recommended, especially when there are young children around. Also, there may be barking noises. Thank you and enjoy the podcast.
The ChiquiStories Podcast with Chiki Pineda Zimi is supported in part by the Vita Babes, the ChiquiStories Saturday Facebook community, friends and family. Learn more at chikipineda.com.
Hi guys, it's me. Hey, I don't know about you, but when we were about 12, 13, young girl, I wanted to be like the megastar, Sharon Cuneta. Me and my friends, all of us wanted to be Sharon Cuneta. And then in high school, I wanted to be the Ice Queen, the very cool Desma. In university, UP Diliman no less, my friends and I, we all wanted to be the one and only Joey Albert. And I've watched past interviews to research for this podcast. I watched Joey on Boy Abunda, on Karen Davila. She did a few radio interviews. And what I witnessed and what I saw was this gentle, very gentle sloping trajectory of her evolution as a woman, as an artist, as a singer, and as a mother. And as gentle as her music, and even a gentler manner, not without a few bumps, figuratively and literally, Joey, right? She continues to be one with such elegant style. She's one of the most elegant women I know. Her seasoned outlook in life, and she has fully embodied true wisdom, in my opinion. And this is something to aspire to. And as always, and this I've noticed from day one with Joey, she has this enduring spirit of service from the heart and everything that she does. And I don't know if you can hear this background music playing. Patayin ko na nga, baka makopyright tayo. So you're hearing that, right? The background music, it's okay. So there's so many superlatives in terms of being an artist that I can describe Joey. And we have known each other since I was in my 20s. We traveled. I got so lucky because I was just starting out then. We went to Italy. Kasama pa yung Eat Bulaga cast nun. Kami yung singers, and then Joey, the rest of the Eat Bulaga cast were the host, MC, and comedians and all that. And I'm running out of things to say, and I'm hoping that Joey has internet that works, because I had so much trouble getting on tonight. It was 2 minutes before broadcast when I finally figured out what to do with the internet, and we had to reboot. So for those who know me, you're probably sensing Chiki's different. She seems stressed because I am. I will not lie. Nervous laughter. And it's happening all over Canada because Joey's not here yet. Let me call our special guest. By the way, good evening, everyone. Magandang gabi. I hope you're having a better time than I am in terms of internet connection. Magandang umaga, Pilipinas. Nako, September 1 na. Months. Wow. Can you believe we're about to end 2022 already? Napakabilis ng panahon, ano? And not only that, we are also ending the first season of the ChiquiStories Podcast. Housekeeping time, radio moment. I am welcoming all of you to the ChiquiStories Podcast, my dear artistas, my friends, brothers and sisters, boys and girls all over the world. It's your chickiness back here on a Wednesday. It is August 31st where I am here in Toronto, Canada. And Joey will be joining us from Vancouver naman, British Columbia. I hope that she can get on any minute now. I'm texting her. Oops. Hold on. And like I always say, this is the pre-edited version of TCSP, the podcast. When we do take a break, which is after season number 12, we can work on the editing and the enhancing and chopping and beautifying, adding the bells and the whistles to the podcast. So I hope hindi po kayo magsasawa ha, kahit ano na siya. It's going to be recorded and it's going to be on all the platforms available. Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Joey. Yoo-hoo! Oh. Oh shoot, this is what Joey said. 8 p.m. your time pala. Okay, coming. What time is it in BC? Anong oras sa BC ngayon? Minus ilan ba? Minus 2 hours? 5:30, 6:30. And while Joey is going on, okay. Take your time. But not too much time. Because we're all here. Menchi, Dennis, Raquel, Lauren, Jonah, Cesar, Erwin, Janet. My new and very kindred spirit friend, Janet. Oh dear, here the internet is stopping again. Quit. Oh, see what just happened there? So, pasensya na po. We're gonna experience a little bit of hanging here and there, but we will always come back because that's what we are, the comebackers. Isa, sino pa? Amor, si Kate. Hi, Kate. Let me just scroll back upstairs. Glo, Pam, Ron. Mga patrons ko yan. Manchi, good morning. Hermie, hi. Erwin, nice to see you again. Isa, can't wait to visit the Little Blue Farm. Raquel, bonjour from Casablanca, Morocco. Maan, hi from Houston, Texas. You're a star, a million miles away. Che and Jay. Sino pa? Melissa. Love Joey Albert. Yes, we do. A timeless artist in waiting. I'm watching live right now. Yes, indeed. Timeless Joey. So, kwenta pa. While waiting for Joey. After meeting Joey for the first time sa Italy pa kami unang nakita, no? And Marissa was even there. Marissa, her sister. And she would come and sing here in Toronto and visit. And every chance I get, I make sure na mapanood si Joey dito sa Toronto. The first one was in Max. I remember, wait, was it Max? No, in Bayanihan. Buntis pa ako noon with my third child. And then after that, Max's. Joey did a fundraiser there. Tapos ang pinakahuli, yung last week, 2 weeks ago, sa Mabuhay Festival where she sang in Nathan Phillips Square. Doon kami huling nagkita. And I just love how our paths, it's so weird, but in a good way. Joey's path and my path always crisscross. Even the choice of coming to live in Canada, medyo malayo lang siya. She is all the way 6 hours away in Vancouver, and I am here in Toronto, Canada. So, yeah. She got confused with the timing. So, antay-antay lang po tayo. Iba po kasi ang oras sa Vancouver. Tingnan nga natin. Sige nga, help me. What's the time in Vancouver? It's 8:42 here in Toronto, Canada. Pero sa Vancouver, I think 2 hours behind. So 6:30, 6:42. Jonah said, first pa naman ako sa attendance. Jonah, may pasok pa yan ha, pero nandyan sa comment section si Jonah. Thanks for being here. 5:42, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay. So, coming from work. Okay, bigyan lang natin si Joey ng a little more time because she has, now it's paused again. Okay, and we're back. So when that freezes, because I can see myself going, but on a separate screen, it pauses. Pause din, showing. Pause sa lahat. Oh, no. Oh, no. But it's okay. We're gonna make do. So, dapat laging nakasmile para pag nag-pause, nakasmile, hindi nakasimangot. Kasi, pag nag-make faces at nag-freeze, kailangan maganda pa rin pag nag-freeze. Sino pa? Sige na, take advantage. Okay. Put all your questions now. We will choose a couple of questions. No, my producer, my partner, Charina, who is in the green room. Hi, Chawing. Thank you so much for the support and for the prayers and for the upliftment of your chickiness today. So you can still hear me kahit nagpo-pause. Ay, that's good. Uy, good news yan. Pero nakapause. Okay. Si Lauren, nag-day off pa. Thank you, Lauren. Ayan, ipopost natin. Nag-day off para sa podcast with Miss Joey Albert. Wow. Bilib na ako. We might as well, while we're here, let's make silip Joey's bio. Kasi we want to feature as much as... Ay, Chawing, can you remove that banner on top for me, please? Sige, let's reminisce. Mga artistas, mag-reminisce po tayo. My first song that I felt, the first song of Miss Joey Albert that I truly, truly fell head over heels over is Over and Over. Remember that song? I believe it was written by Jerry Paraiso. Over and over again. I will not attempt to sing that because it's tense. It was back in 1984. I was first year university and feeling all lost and discombobulated. So you can still hear me, right? Even if I'm frozen. Ayan, nakasimangot. Sabi ko na, dapat huwag sisimangot eh. Do not frown. Okay, so I will continue. See? Nag-frown. Okay. Smile all the way. Smile. You saw that, right? And then the second song that I learned from Joey, because we had to sing it for the UP Economic Society program. Kahit economics po ako, nagsisinging-singing po ako sa side for a program, and we did Points of View. My friend and I, ako si Joey, my friend was Pops. Kanta-kanta kami ng Point of View. Kaya ayun, na-discover tuloy ang mga talents, hidden talents. Kunyari, economist. Pero yung pala, songer. Hindi ko rin nagamit yung economics ko. Kaya mabuti na lang kumanta ako sa university. And then tell me, of course, who doesn't know? Tell me. Tell me. Who doesn't know? Tell me. Nobody. Everybody knows Tell Me. It's pink because I put electrolytes in my water. Medyo dehydrated po. All right. So, ano pa yung mga songs na love natin kay Joey? Just off the top, hindi ako titingin sa kodigo. Sa bawat pag-ikot ng ating buhay. Diyos mio, tanungin natin kung sinulat ba yan ni Louis Ocampo para sa kanya. Shh. Kasi at that time, break sila. Alam na alam ang chismis. Alam ko lahat yan. Wala na kaming, paused again. Wala na kaming ginawa. Kung hindi, subaybayan ang kwento ni Joey subaybayan ang kwento. Narinig niyo ako kahit frozen? Million miles away, yakapin mo ako, it's over now. Sabi ni Melissa ang mga favorites niya. Minsan pa, yakapin mo ako. You know, Joey has the kind of voice na kahit na jologs yung kanta, and you know what I'm talking about, and I'm not putting it down. Kasi jologs din po ako. Laki po kaya akong probinsya. Kahit jologs yung kanta, tulad nun, minsan pa yakapin mo ako. Kung kinantaya nila Eva Eugenio or Didit Reyes or Imelda Papin, it has that jologs quality, right? Again, no disrespect. I am jologs, first to admit. Pero pag si Joey yung kumakanta, parang meron siyang ibang elevation, meron siyang elegance. No? Nagiging elegante yung kanta pag kinanta ni Joey. And then, ano pa ba yung mga songs na love natin? Tingnan natin. Oh, thank you, Melissa. You're looking beautiful. Yes, Chowing, I have cell phone coverage in the basement. Why are you asking me that question now? Is that from a long time ago? It just popped in. It just came in now. Tapos, kasi September months na po, Burr months, kumukuti-kutitap, bumubusi-busila. Pag kinakanta ko yung kumukuti-kutitap, kailangan gumaganyan-ganyan. Hindi pwedeng kumukuti-kutitap, kailangan gumaganyan-ganyan. Joey's here! Yay! Ulitin ko ba yung intro? Wag na. I'm going to bring the one, the only, my dear friend, Joey Albert. Yay! Joey! Hi, Joey.
Ay, kanina pa kita pinapanood mangunguti-kutitap dyan.
What's your...
Gosh. Sabi ko, bakit tumatawag na siya? Ay!
Nag-freeze.
Huh? Ikaw
But we can...
nag-freeze.
we're both frozen, but we can hear each other.
I'm moving.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
But
That's
never
okay.
mind.
We'll just keep talking.
Yeah.
We'll just keep talking.
Sabi ko, bakit tumatawag na siya?
Uh-uh.
I forgot. You're in Toronto. I'm in Vancouver.
So you were going by Vancouver time?
Yeah, I was
The
like 8 o'clock. Sabi ba, Eastern time?
But anyway, you're here.
I
And
know.
I'm so grateful that you're here,
I know.
Joey.
Because it just said 8 p.m. So ako naman, kala ko 8 p.m. ko. Yung pala, 8 p.m. mo.
8:30 po.
Buti na lang.
Buti na lang.
Okay.
But where did you come from today?
Work.
At
And
your
yeah,
school?
my daycare, yes.
At daycare, yes.
Yes.
Singer, songwriter, educator.
All around.
You're educating the young minds. Joey, nataranta ako kasi yung internet ko kanina ayaw mag-start. So ninervyos ako.
Why
Sabi ko, nako, Joey Albert, hindi ako pwedeng mawala sa
So,
Joey
no
Albert.
problem. I will always reschedule for you.
I love you. You and I was telling them in the opening while waiting for you, you and I have this crisscrossing.
Parallel
Oo, no?
existence.
Meron tayong, do you remember the first time we met?
Wasn't it in Italy na? Or that was the
Oo.
first, or our first trip to
Our first trip together.
Yeah, I think that was the first time we actually really met.
And then after that, sunod-sunod na yon, Bayanihan, you came. I was very
Yeah.
pregnant. And then Maxis. And
Yeah, so
then,
after in Manila, while in Manila, the only time I think I got to perform with you was, I don't think I ever got to perform with you in Manila then. So it's Italy and then Toronto.
never in Manila. Yes, ma'am.
Correct.
And shout out tayo kay Tita Agnes, PIDC.
Ay, that's right.
Because, and Mama Rene. Because
Yes.
that's our last meeting. And
Our
I'm
last
glad I
meeting.
came.
Yes. And I'm glad you came.
Yes. How are you since then? Nakapagpahinga ka na ba?
Yeah. Busy. And then I had a little short trip that I took over the
I saw
weekend to support my friend Martin.
Martin Rivera. Yeah.
Who's also celebrating his 40th. I celebrated mine last year
Last year,
with
yes.
an online concert, and it's his turn to celebrate this. Nauna pala ako sa kanya.
Ng isang taon. Congratulations.
Yes.
What an achievement,
I
Joey.
know, and even for him, I'm so happy, and so happy for him. He had the concert of his dreams. He performed at the Disney Theater, which is a
Wow.
beautiful venue. Grabe, sobra.
Oo. From the video pa lang, impressive na eh. What more kung nandun? And the sound, I could imagine the
So I
sound.
could imagine. Lea Salonga kept messaging him to tell him, "Oh, you're gonna love the sound. You're gonna love the sound." Yung dalawa nagpapalitan ng ano.
Oo.
But I'm just happy. I was just happy to be there to support him and to make him feel that, he's not important only to his fans, but also to his colleagues.
You've always been close with Martin and Pops, right, Joey?
Yes, from the very beginning.
From the very beginning. Points of View,
Mm-hmm.
it's that song that you both co-sang to.
Yeah,
Wait,
we
did you
did.
write it as well? No.
Freddie Santos.
Freddie Santos wrote it. Yeah. Okay, before, nako, para nang, ang feeling ko nagkakape lang tayo, nagkakape sa isang, pero sandali, may show pala tayo. Okay, so,
Show ba to?
show pala ito. Okay, I'm gonna ground the interview in the question that I love asking to start. Has Joey Albert always been, Maria Josefina Albert, always been this way? When I say this way, like busybody, non-stop, can't stop, won't stop energy.
What do you
As a
think?
child?
As a child, yeah, I guess so. I think I was pretty busy, but not overly busy. Like, I'd say I had a fair childhood. My I loved playing with my friends. Just a regular kid, just like regular, mahilig maglaro, mahilig
Yeah.
maglaro ng sports. I used to enjoy summers in Bel Air playing inter-village basketball. Kasi hindi ako magaling. I just ended up managing the team anyway kasi I was so bano. And then, like it's just the typical girl enjoying, friends in the park, mga crush, and high school was great. My grade school was in St. Teresa's, and I had just fun playing school. I had a very easy, I would say really easy childhood.
Good for you.
Very easy, very,
Yes.
yeah.
Who was your rock? Who was the caretaker of Joey, the main one?
It was both mommy and daddy.
Both mom and dad.
Bunso kasi ako eh.
Oh,
Yeah, so I was really
bunso of how many?
4.
Okay.
And all of them had their own lives na, so
Yeah.
by
Oh
that
my
time-
God, that's so funny. Our youngest, apat din kami, Joey. I'm the eldest. Ang bunso namin, Joanne, and her nickname is Joey. So, Sister nga talaga pala kita. I have two Joey sisters
Ikaw
na.
palang ate ko.
Ako ang ate. And
Yeah, I was maybe a little boy, magulo, makulit siguro.
extroverted for
I think
sure.
my St. Teresa's classmates, every time we get together, they tell me na ang kulit-kulit ko noon. I'm so makulit, I'm so bossy. And the Assumption was a completely different experience because you're in a new school in high school. It's very scary, and I really felt small when I first entered Assumption, and I think I felt that way there for maybe a couple of years
Oh, wow.
before I felt comfortable in that school. So it's syempre bago, and then that's a very difficult time in your life, yung high school, diba?
Yeah.
And that's where all the
Hindi ka naman bullied, Joey.
no naman,
No,
no naman.
okay.
It's just no naman. It's just a different school. Just I grew up
Assumption.
differently. Yeah. So from St. Teresa's to Assumption, you could tell the difference.
Yung
So,
mga, yung mga
yeah.
ano,
And then third year high
mean
school.
girls.
And then third year high school, yeah, meron nun in first year. But then third year, I found some friends na talaga I could feel comfortable with. And then I ended up studying college there anyway. So it was but also to a certain extent, a bit sheltered maybe. So I think that also did something to me entering into show business. Again, you're kind of the oddball because you're the sheltered one.
Yes, I can relate to that.
Diba, no? Parang iba yung tingin, parang weird ka.
Oo. Bakit hindi ka makasakay, hindi ka maka-jam?
Or
Ay,
parang I don't know, I just felt like, it just felt like they looked at me differently. But I'm glad that I got into a group that was very loving, and
yes.
the minstrels, so my generation, they were very nice people.
Third, right? Yeah.
Third, Mark De Leon, Valerie Poson, and I ended up being lifetime friends with them. So
That's awesome. Yeah. I'm gonna quickly scroll if I may, Joey. Let's see. All right. Okay, questions. Don't forget, guys, on the comment section, put your questions in there, and then my partner, Chawing, will curate and pick. Mamaya. Joey girl, sorry, that's what I call my sister. Joey, let's start with a game to raise some
nako,
energy.
yun
Let's
na
start.
nagugutan.
Ibang klaseng game to, ibang klase. This is the songs portion, but
Okay.
so I'm gonna ask you to tell me one or two things.
To
One
tell
or
me?
two. Tell me. Yeah. You caught it. You caught it. One or two things that I bet you didn't know trivia about the following songs, huh?
Nako,
I may.
ang hina ko dyan.
Kasi, you know what inspired me? Yung Tell Me, I heard in an interview that all of us in the whole entire universe were thinking that was written for you, about you,
No.
through your, and it turns out, tell us, tell me.
How could it have been written naman for me
Uh-huh.
when it was a goodbye song,
Uh-huh.
and when Louis gave it to me, we were going out. So
You were just
obviously,
meeting. Oo, starting pa
oo,
lang.
starting. So obviously, di akin yun.
Okay. Kanino yun?
Patayin kaya ako ni Louis pag sinabi ko. Okay. Okay. No
Tatlo lang
names
naman.
no names mentioned, but
No names.
syempre, obviously, it was yung girlfriend niya when I met him.
Oh. Wait. The current girlfriend went. Okay.
No. Yung girlfriend niya around that time, 1983, 84.
Yeah, when you just met. Yeah.
When we just met.
Okay.
When we met, he had a girlfriend, and I also
Right.
had a boyfriend.
Right.
So when we met, just for singing lang dapat.
And
Siya
na-develop.
Siya na unang na heartbroken.
Uh-huh.
So he wrote that song.
Okay.
Tapos soon after, ako naman yung na-heartbroken.
Aba? Aha. Ang tadhana nga naman. Okay, next. How about this one? This is my favorite. One of my top three, I would say. This is Million Miles Away, Robert
I thought
Morey.
that's my favorite.
Oh, see?
That's my personal favorite.
Right?
Mong klase siya, no?
Tell us something that nobody knows.
About this song,
Trivia about this song.
Million Miles Away was actually, I never got to meet Robert.
Mhm.
I only met Robert with the second song,
Kundi Man Kupas.
Kundi Man Kupas.
Yeah, which
But
we'll
I
be
found
talking
out,
about later.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I found out from him that Million Miles Away was actually supposed to be a contest piece,
I see.
an entry to a competition
Oh.
that didn't make it.
Oh,
So he gave it to me to record.
when you say didn't make it, you mean
Hindi
hindi
nanalo.
pumasa?
Hindi nanalo.
Okay.
So he decided to give it to me.
Oh,
Na lang. Tapos nag-hit.
wow. I know, right? That's why judges can be so wrong.
Exactly.
Okay,
Tapos,
next.
so
Oh,
tong Kundi Man Kupas,
mm,
sabi niya, was also a competition piece that also didn't
that
make
also
it.
didn't make it because it's meant for you and
So sabi
him.
niya,
Mm-hmm.
kaya ibibigay ko yan sa'yo. Hopefully,
Hopefully.
magkaroon ng kaparehong tadhana ng same fortune as Million
God
Miles Away.
willing. Yes, we will be praying and hoping for that. Guys, did you hear that? Mamaya, I will play a portion of it. Sana hindi ma-copyright. Next song, this one. I think this was the very first one, Joey, that this was the first song that introduced Joey Albert to me.
To you, because that was
Memories.
already in the 90s.
Hold on, this
Memories,
is later.
much later.
Okay.
So Memories, yeah, it was already late 8, ano na yan eh. That was, ano na yan, Dyna Records na yata yan eh. Yeah, that was either late 80s, early 90s na yan.
All
But
right.
it's a beautiful song.
And it was written by Freddie Santos and Louis
Louis
Ocampo as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a tenderness to the songs from
Hindi
Freddie
pa, ano
and
pala
Louis.
yan?
No?
Sorry. Mga 86.
80s.
86,
Yeah,
86,
that's why I was wondering.
Yeah, 86 pala.
Yeah, this was the intro song. And then, of course, sana wag magalit sila Imelda at saka I call the song Jologs, but you really make it very elegant.
Oh, this is Yakapin Mo Ako.
Yakapin mo ko.
So Yakapin Mo Ako is also Freddie and Louie. And
Yeah.
Freddie wrote this when my ate died. So my sister died in 1985. She was 33 years old, and she was actually quite close to Louie and Freddie because
I am so
we
sorry.
used to hang out with her a lot. She used to watch my shows, and
What's the name of your sister?
Anna.
Anna. Oh, rest in peace, Anna.
Yeah, so when she died, talagang it really hit Louie and Freddie badly. So they wrote the song.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. And I'm doubly sorry for calling it a Jolog song. It means so much to you. Now it'll mean a lot to me as well. How about this next one? I remember. Jose Marichan is now
Yeah,
trending.
So I asked him, actually Jose Marichan's sister Lily was my sister-in-law. So she was married to my brother, and they had 4 children together, and they were married for a very long time. So they just separated siguro about 10 years ago, maybe 10 or yeah. But there are 10 or 12 years ago, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember anymore. But Lily and I were very close, and Joe Marie was such a gracious person, and
He is.
always, yeah. So we would always get together for family reunions and family Christmases, and New Year's was always at their place.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so when I first met Joe Marie, I was young. I was in high school,
Mm.
and it was second year high school, and I just really looked up to him. Like, I think he was the first actual real singer that I actually met in
Oo.
person. So I was and when you're in high school,
Nag-fangirl ka.
very impressionable ka, diba? So
Yeah.
I really I bought all his records.
Oh,
I
wow.
even Mr. Songwriter, um, Mamang Sorbitera was actually original. I think the original song was Mr. Songwriter. It
Mr.
wasn't Mamang.
Songwriter.
It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't Mamang. Di ba Mamang Sorbitero is ano ba yung tono nun? Mamang
Este Legaspi.
Sorbitero. Siya ba yun?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mamang
it was
Sorbet.
actually the English. It was an original song called Mr. Songwriter
Really?
in one of Jo Marie's, and I even taught that song to the to my. I used to teach in a public school in Malibay, an Assumption public school in Malibay,
Oh,
and
wow. I didn't know that.
I always loved teaching, and
Yeah.
I taught them the song Mr. Songwriter in
Yeah.
second year high school. So I really loved all his
Cute.
songs. I memorized all his albums, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So when I started singing, he was very encouraging. And then
Yes. Very.
then when I started getting medyo big na,
Mm.
said, he said, while I was in New York, I wrote this song, but I
Mm.
can't sing it because it's for a girl. Tapos yun pala yun, yung I Remember the Boy.
Oh, wow. They call him Mr. Gentleman, right, Joey?
Oh, very.
Yeah. And one of the best experiences of one of the last things I did in Manila, which is Rama at Sita. Alam mo bang he wrote from his desk, from the desk of Jose Marichan, Sugar, Sugar, kasi CEO, he wrote me a note, Joey, and nobody has ever done that in my short 9-10 year career. Siya lang.
Yeah, it's very
Grabe.
personal. Oo, very
Things like that,
personable
right?
siya.
And you remember them.
He's very personable.
Um,
Yes.
I played over and over again. Kanina na.
Oh, that was my very first song.
Was that the
Single.
first
The
recording?
very first single.
Jerry Paraiso.
Yes.
Tell me a trivia about the song.
Well, Jerry Paraiso was our musical director in New Minstrels when we were performing at El Camarote. So it was only natural that when I started recording contract, he was the first person that I asked the song from.
Wow.
So
He gave you a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I didn't know this. Janice, Janice,
Jabalan.
you and Louis wrote "It's Over Now."
Yeah, actually, It's Over Now was a poem. Janice, who used to love writing poems.
Uh-huh.
And that particular one really stood out to me. And while I was reading the poem, I could really already hear it as a song.
Yeah.
And I jokingly said, alam mo, Janice, kulang na lang dito chorus. Akin na lang to. So, sabi nga, bahala ka. She just gave it to me. And I remember the exact moment when I put the words of the chorus in. I was having a shampoo in a salon.
Yeah.
And, and this is, I don't know, this is a funny thing. Fast forward. It's always when I'm either having a shampoo or my head is wet or in a shower that I compose songs. I do not know what the connection
Joey, you're scaring me. I have
Ikaw
this.
din?
Yes, the best ideas.
In
Whether
the shower,
songs,
diba?
writing. It's the water.
It's the water.
It's
It
in the
cools
water.
head. I don't know. So I was
So
having
you're
a
the
shampoo.
chorus. Ikaw si chorus.
So I was having a shampoo, tapos doon ko na buo yung ano.
Please don't ask me to.
Yeah. When a song is meant to be a song, it just comes.
Truly.
Because that's the same also with Be Like the Children, my Christmas song. I wrote the whole song in traffic.
Oh, wow.
In the Philippines, I was caught
I
in
love
traffic.
that. Yeah.
It was Christmas time, and I don't know, I just wrote it and I gave it to Babsi Molina,
Hmm.
and Babsi put the melody into it, and that's it.
Wow. I wish I could play it later. I'll play that. Okay.
Lapit
Just
na, burn na.
burn na. Pwede na. A couple more trivia about. I already asked about Tell Me. Um, Points of view, Joey.
Ah, Pops, of course. Another Freddie Santos hit.
Mm-hmm.
So when
What don't we know about it?
um, what don't you know about it? You already know that it was who recorded it. Well, Octo Arts needed Pops and I were the forerunners, the front runners of Octo Arts, and they needed something to that that other recording order companies had never done with their artists. So they thought of a duet, and Louis and Freddie came out with that duet. So that's it.
And then finally, tell us about Kundi Mangkupas.
Ah, kundi man kupas. Ah,
Can I just say before you answer that, Joey, this song is also from which is also from Robert More.
More, same
Yeah,
writer as Million Miles
Million
Away.
Miles, which is my favorite. When I heard Kundi Mangkupas, I had the same feeling.
See, iba first line pa lang eh.
Oh,
When
and
I
it's
first
so
actually,
sticky. It sticks to you.
I originally heard it actually on when I first when I asked him for a song and he gave me this song, the original version of it was by a boys choir. It's a chorus. It's a choir. You can
Yes.
Google it on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's a choir. So it's a choir piece, and I think maybe
Yes.
that's what he entered in the contest.
Uh-huh.
So I asked him, has a solo performer ever recorded? He said no.
No.
That's when I said, may I? And he said, yes, this is the song that, because he gave me a couple of songs that to choose from, and I said, can I have this one? And he just
Yeah.
gave it. But, first line pa lang eh. The thing is also because, there's been so many kinds of genres of of OPM songs na, that have evolved since my time, since our time, since the 80s. Well, 90s, ikaw, but ako 80s, no?
Yes.
And I just want the millennials now to know all these songs that they're enjoying now all came from what was called a kundiman, because many of them don't never heard one anymore.
Yeah.
And I wanted them to realize the richness of our language, because a lot of the new songs don't speak these words anymore.
That's true. Yeah.
Diba?
It's
Mga
good to
pilas ng
remember how.
pagsubok. Who
Yeah.
knows nowadays what pilas ng pagsubok is?
Yeah. Very
Bigla
poetic
silang nagbubuo.
language.
Yeah,
Makata. Sabi mo nga.
the sense of poeticness and the gentility of our language and our music is it. I mean,
I'll support that movement.
it's been parang it's been lost.
Mm-hmm.
At
Mm-hmm.
naging ano na yung words very man of the street words na nakalimutan na yung napakaganda nating Filipino wikang Tagalog talaga. Sayang. So when I
You
heard
know
this, I was
what?
like, I
Yeah.
have to bring this out.
Yes. And I'm gonna be one of the first ones to say here. I'm sure everybody will follow. Thanks for recording and choosing this song, Joey.
I thank
It's
Robert so much for entrusting me with the song.
yeah, yeah. I
Tapos when I
think it's
was,
gonna begin
how
a
long it took me
movement.
to study this song? It's not an easy song.
I can tell.
Oh, to give it to me mga June, July, no, summer last year.
Uh-uh.
October, starting October, inaral ko na.
Yeah.
October, November, December, January, finally,
Wow.
February.
Mm.
So I said, about February, I said, okay, in fact, I was thinking February, gusto ko ilabas ko na.
Right.
I tested it on my, I sang it live already on my online Valentine concert, but I said I'm not ready to record it. So
Oo.
inaral ko pa. March, April ko na siya na-record finally.
You're such a diligent learner, Joey, no? When you want to learn something, you go from A to Z
When I
and
believe in
beyond.
something, I work, I want to perfect it. I want to bring it out in the best way I can.
Would that mean you're a perfectionist?
I'm not a perfectionist in the sense of an OCD perfectionist.
You aspire
There's
to
no such
excellence.
thing as perfect. There
Yeah.
is no such thing as perfect. Perfection is in the eyes of the listener, of the beholder, of the audience. Perfection is
Subjective.
It's very subjective. For me,
Yeah.
perfection in a song is what embodies my soul the best way.
Yeah.
It's not the best notes. It's not the sure. I don't. I'm not. I wish I could be like a Lea Salonga who sings perfect notes.
Right?
So
Yes.
that one is that's a level of perfection. It's
Yes.
perfect to what we study music to be.
Yes.
Yung
Yeah.
yung tinatamaan, yung very consistent hitting of the
Mm-hmm.
notes.
Yung technical,
Yeah,
kumbaga.
that is her perfection. That is her
Yes.
perfection.
Mm-mm.
But each singer has their own perfection, and I wish I
I know
could
what
have
you mean.
her. I wish I could have her perfection too. But I have grown to 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 appreciate my own perfection. I used to be very insecure that I can't belt. I can't. I don't always hit the notes, nail it on the head, you know,
See,
right?
daanin na lang sa
Yeah.
authenticity.
But
Authentic
yeah,
feeling.
but I
Mm-mm.
think I paint the colors of a song more beautifully than many can.
You
I think
truly do.
I
That's
think
why
that's
timeless.
I think and I've learned that lesson also very what that was one of the lessons also I learned from Danny Javier.
Tell me.
I was recording a song. I can't remember what song I recorded.
Mm.
Um, I can't remember what song I was recording in the recording studio, and he walked in. It might even have been Tell Me, I'm not sure. And he walked in, and he was recording in the next studio, and I was like, Danny's like a teacher.
Mm.
He will come in and he will teach you. If something inspires him to teach you, he will
Yeah.
teach you.
Yeah.
The greats are like that. Basil was also like that.
Yeah.
I think great artists are like that. They don't hindi nila sinusolo yung natututunan yung secrets nila
Mm-mm.
of in the art. Hindi, they share it. And that is
Yeah.
a mark of a true artist.
I agree.
So hindi sila swapang, hindi sila
Yeah.
insecure na hindi ko na lang tuturuan yan kasi baka maging mas magaling sa akin. Hindi sila ganun. Hindi sila
Yeah.
ganun. So Danny said, alam mo, Joey, when you record a song, think of the song daw as a canvas, an empty canvas. And every tone and every tone, every nuance, every the loudness and the softness, everything, every texture of your voice, you apply it differently in every part of the song. And these are the colors that you paint. So those are the colors, and the paintbrush is your voice and the words of the song. And you use that, and you paint the palette, you paint the canvas with all those colors using those textures and tones. And that all
Beautiful.
come from your heart. And at first you're overwhelmed, and what is it
Yeah.
talking about, And but you have it in your head, so you try and you try and you try.
Yeah.
And I just kept focusing on that every single time I recorded those 9 albums. Every single song, I focused on that.
Now I can see it better.
But it's work, everything is work.
Truly.
Things that last come from hard work.
And this ethic, Joey, who do you,
My parents.
was it
My parents were very
hardworking?
and very, very, very strong on integrity and
Yeah.
commitment and duty. There's one thing I learned from, especially my mom, is a strong sense of duty, which is something that I don't think young people appreciate anymore these days.
Sadly. Yeah.
Except my daughters,
Mm,
because they were raised by me.
that's right. Would you say that this was one of the reasons, this quality of yours, Joey, is one of, I definitely would say that this is the reason why your work is so enduring, and the songs and the albums and the, like you said, the integrity of your choices
The
at
choices,
work.
of course, yeah, of the work habits.
Yes.
Choices of songs, I had a lot of help from, like my sister, who was my manager, would help me to
Yeah.
choose the songs. Of course, the recording producers. I had much help from, like Rudy Lozano was one of my record producers that really helped me. Sani Ilacad from Octo Art. So the guidance of all of those. But again, all of those are guidelines. It's really up to you. You
You're
can
right.
waste an opportunity or you can make it work. So
Yeah.
it's really, I don't know, maybe also because, so I lost my father and my sister very early on, no? 1985, 1982, right
I'm
after
so sorry.
college. Right
That's
after
early.
college, no, I lost my father.
Yeah.
I was just beginning to sing with the band. And then 3 years later, I lost my sister, both to cancer also. Um, so maybe I'm in hindsight, I'm thinking maybe I had an early strong sense um, of mortality, and an early realization that I wanted to leave something behind, that I may not have long to live. That when my father and my sister died so young, it may happen to me. So I developed a strong sense of, of leaving something behind. So while everybody was busy doing big concerts and earning a lot of money and more, I focused my time on recording, the recording studios,
Yes.
and then going up and down all those radio stations in Ortigas Avenue. Di ba lagi silang nasa tuktok kasi nandun yung antena eh.
I remember.
Malapit sa,
Ah, good.
malapit sa antena.
How many a day did you do? Di
Ang
ba?
sipag-sipag ko,
Sunod-sunod.
akyat baba,
Oo.
nagre-radio tour.
Mm-hmm.
Nagpo-promote ng kanta.
Mm-mm.
And that was something I really loved doing.
Yes.
I loved it. I wanted my children to have, wala pa ako, wala pa, I was single, but I said if I have children, I'd want them to have something to do, kasi that was my mom. Early on.
Let's go to the Canadian experience, Joey. You're talking about your two girls, right? Were they
Our
both
Canadian
our
experience.
Canadian experience? Where do we begin?
Where do
When
we
and
begin?
why? When did you move and why did you move? And was it
95.
easy or hard? 95, okay? 95, 95.
My husband wanted to come talaga.
Okay.
Me not so convinced. Of course, I had a comfortable life, and it wasn't just my career I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave my mom.
Yes.
So, but he really wanted to, and my mom had a lot of words of wisdom, and for this one, she said, "You have to go where your husband goes."
Yes.
And I was like, okay, but I was still very half-hearted. So what God did to make sure I go is that I got my first cancer in 1995 in February.
Manila was the diagnosis.
Manila, yeah. It was not serious yet. It was a very early
Okay.
diagnosis.
Okay.
But I had to have a complete hysterectomy. But that made me think na, sabi ko, naka, kung magiging katulad ako ni Daddy at saka ni Ana, at maiksi na lang ang oras ko, I better raise my kids now. Kasi baka matulad ako sa daddy ko at saka sa ate ko, diba?
Wait, Trixie and
Trixie and Marga were already born.
they were born in Manila.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
At that point, Trixie was 5 and Marga was 2. So I said, okay, wake up call to.
Yes. Yes.
Baka how many years na lang din ako. Like, daddy died at 58. My sister died at 33. I was 35 at that point. So I was thinking I'll probably go somewhere in between 33 and 58. So if I only have that many years left, I said I better go and take care of my children.
Yes.
Because in Manila, it's always about you. It's,
It's very different. Yeah.
so I left.
I see. There was an urgency.
Yes. But with a heavy heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
With a heavy heart.
And then it only got heavier or better.
Well, first it gets heavier.
Mm-hmm.
It always gets heavier before it gets better.
Can you paint, di ba, mahilig tayong paint pag may time. Joey, paint me a picture of what your life was as detailed as possible during your first year. Give me a day, just a day.
It will probably be like yours. You wake up,
Yeah, wake up, baon, pack,
baon, pack the baon, drop them off
walk,
at school, walk, one drive,
right?
diba? Walk them to school. Well, that drive muna. Tapos, kasi yung older one lang muna pumasok. Then I had the
Tapos,
younger one with me all day, so take care of her all day, which actually I enjoyed.
it was,
I really
yes,
enjoyed
it
taking
was
care of the two
enjoyable.
girls. Ang nahirapan lang ako, I think talaga is yung I missed my mom.
Yeah,
I missed my mom.
yeah. If she was
And of
there,
course, if she was here, it would have been a different story.
yeah, but she couldn't choose to go.
No, she just didn't want to anymore. She was older na. And she was so settled na there. And she had her
Yes,
priests pa to
that's right. Yung kanyang
guide
mga
there.
anak-anakan.
Oo.
Yes.
She's the foundress of the a Filipino founded congregation of priests, of Catholic priests in the Philippines, my mom.
Wow.
Oh, she
What a
was,
powerhouse your mom was.
oh, you Google her, oh my gosh.
Oh my
masira
God.
ulo mo.
Was she also a singer? She was
She was
a
actually a singer long before, but my dad didn't allow her to sing.
oh,
Pero she's actually, ano pa nga siya, opera singer siya. Tsaka she
opera.
plays the
Yeah.
piano. Grabe. She
Wow.
was playing the piano until the year before she died. Pag umuwi ako, nagpa-piano pa siya with me.
Mm-mm.
So,
Oh, so
yeah,
it's in
I
the
think it was the
DNA.
loneliness. Yeah, I missed my career too. I missed singing, but I think it was really more I missed my mom. But
Yes.
my saving factor, my joy was yung dalawang barkada ko, Trixie and Marga. Yung dalawang maliit.
Ayun. Ayun.
Oh, just being around them all day. Like,
Yeah.
walk around the mall, ice cream,
They're more friends than daughters to you then.
Yeah.
Grew up
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah. I
Wonderful.
really enjoyed growing up with them. And then, yeah, so that would be a typical day. Just drop off Trixie.
Yeah.
And then I'd just be with Marga all day, make pasyal, feed her, ganyan. And tapos time to pick up na naman Trixie, tapos make the merienda, tapos laro
Yeah.
naman sila. And then,
Buhay nanay talaga.
yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The only times I didn't enjoy is pag yung nag-aaway sila, doon ako na, but I didn't know how. So I'd call my mom, Mommy, pinagalitan ko na naman sila. I'm such a bad mommy here. Sa Manila, hindi ko pinapagalitan mga anak ko. My mom, and my mom in her words of wisdom, sabi
Yeah.
niya, anak, ganyan talaga yan. Kasi sa Philippines, para lang kayong parallel threads. But now, you're just really kasi involved in your children's lives. So now, your threads are entwined. But that's what will
beautiful.
make your relationship stronger. Because now your threads are entwined. And that is what will make your life with your children will be like a tapestry, sabi niya.
Ang galing.
Of beautifully intertwined threads. Ganyan ang nanay ko magsalita.
And I hope our fellow immigrants heard that. Lalo na yung mga bagong nanay pa lang, Joey. Because I have some young immigrant mom friends who are going through the
Padala mo
throes.
sa akin. Sasabihin ko lahat ng sinabi ng nanay ko sa akin, ikwento ko sa kanila.
Sama. Let's do a booklet of Mommy. What's
Actually, I
your
wanted to
name?
do, yeah, I've always wanted
Do
to
it.
do that. I even recommended that to my Assumption alumni, but nobody
Oh,
wanted to do it. So,
yes.
so
Intertwined
maybe
lives
it's not
make
meant
for
for
a
them to do.
beautiful
Maybe it's
tapestry.
meant for me with other people to work on. So yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Just 'cause I've always wanted to write a manual for young immigrant mothers.
Do it.
Yeah.
Full support kami dito sa TCSP. And then when that's coming out na, let's bring Joey back in to talk about the book. Na. Uh, I heard, parang may echo. Ako lang ba? Or nag-echo ako? Do I sound
I'm
okay,
already
Chewing?
on talking mode, so
Chewing,
it
I'm
shouldn't
good?
be me because
Okay, okay.
I'm on talk mode.
Yeah, it's me. When I talk, I hear it coming back. I don't know why, but I'm sorry about that. Anyway, this is the pre-edited version of the podcast, so we're good. I always like to fall back on that idea. Joey, I heard you tell Karen, wait, was it Karen Davila? In one of the interviews, you said that it's probably one of the most difficult things you've ever done, this life as an immigrant. The second hardest thing you've done in your life, adjusting, Joey. The hardest was mom's passing, and I'm so sorry for that loss. But I believe there's like a tipping point. Diba? There's a hirap, struggle, and then it tips over, and then you're okay. When did that happen for you?
I think for anyone, that tipping point is when you realize there's no turning back. I think in I think for anyone and in any situation,
Uh-uh.
that tipping point only happens at the point of acceptance. When you
Thank you.
realize that your only choice is really to accept it. You've climbed the tip of the mountain and
Uh-uh.
there's nowhere else to go. And it's too hard to turn back. So you just
100.
keep going.
Embrace it na. Sige na.
Yeah.
Or
So you
maybe
just
not
keep going.
embrace it. Look at it. Okay. So there,
But this whole time, but the whole
mhm.
time I felt the presence of my father and my sister. So I knew they were with me
Yeah.
somehow. My husband was busy working, so I also didn't want to bother him with my loneliness,
Yes.
my petty loneliness. But yeah, you just
I can hear you. Yes. Yeah. I could still hear you.
yeah, you don't want, but I felt some kind of spiritual support, and of course, you just have to hang on to the fact that God is before all things. He had a reason for bringing me here. It was very clear from the very start. I just had to figure it out what that reason was.
Mm.
Maybe I still don't know the full reason, but
Mhm.
sort of know. And then in 2003, the more serious cancer happened. So that sort of helped me to understand more why I was here, because this was a better place to have cancer talaga. This is a better place to survive cancer,
100. 100%.
100%. So
100%.
so
Yeah.
now I'm starting to see, maybe that's why pinipili talaga ng Diyos na bitbitin ako dito. Kasi alam
Yeah.
mo niya yung mangyayari sa akin.
Grabe, ano? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Even if we survive in Manila, in the Philippines, what happens is yung kabuhayan mo hindi magsusurvive, the bank account, all of the bank accounts, mauubos.
It's not only that; it's the quality of the medical care here. In British Columbia, especially the cancer agency here in British Columbia is a learning school. It's a learning hospital. It's
Yes.
very well connected to the Mayo Clinic, to Sloan Kettering. I mean, all their research work is directly connected to the ones in America and around the world. They are way ahead in terms of research. They are a research, BC Cancer Agency is a research institute. So they are ahead with all the new findings and the new treatments for cancer.
Yes.
They don't have one generic treatment for cancer here. Everyone has a different treatment. Also, that here there is what they have, the BC Hereditary Cancer Agency, and it was here in coordination with the cancer agency in Australia, which is also a Commonwealth. I have a cousin there who died of cancer, and the studies on his case were transferred. My niece who lives there found a way, kasi she's under treatment din doon, no? Under
Yeah.
surveillance.
Yeah.
So, na-coordinate ng Sydney with Canada because they're both Commonwealth, and exchanged results. So the findings of my cousin's death there were studied here and correlated with my tissues and my biopsies and all that. And so the BC Cancer Agency here determined that what my family has, because the Albert family, about 80% have and or die of colon cancer, specifically colon cancer. So the BC Cancer Agency took on my case, studied it, and determined that what we have is called the Lynch syndrome. So after having determined that, now everybody from my family can now be tested for that gene, for that the gene of the Lynch
Oh,
syndrome.
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So ahead of time, you can
Yes.
catch it.
Yeah, so my children both were tested, and one of the two tested positive for the Lynch syndrome, and so she's now being
Yeah.
given the appropriate preventive treatments.
Treatments. Oh, how wonderful.
There is a reason, talaga.
Yes. Everything happens for the best and highest reason according to God's plans, eh?
Only, but only if you let Him, because there's still people who don't. And I think that
If you let Him.
yeah, I think that the one thing I did right was, I guess also because, I used to joke, do you remember this guy, Mr. Shuli, yung sa Mongolian barbecue, may TV
Yes,
show.
of course. Yeah,
Yung
Mr.
Mongolian,
Shuli.
what's his name?
Yeah.
June Urbano. I think his name was June Urbano. June Urbano was a brilliant man. Brilliant.
Funny man.
Funny,
guy.
but you have to be
But
brilliant
brilliant
to be funny
to be
sometimes.
funny. Oh,
Brilliant.
yes.
I remember we were together in one fundraiser. It must have been church related. And he said to me, you're really religyosa. Sabi ko, syempre po kasi yung mami ko, mana ako sa mami ko. Sabi ko, mana ako sa mami ko eh. Ganyan. Sabi niya,
Yeah.
Kasi he was saying, because he's so cerebral and intellectual, he finds it hard. He always finds that he finds it hard to just believe. He always has to question everything about the faith, and he finds it very difficult to just accept certain things. And he says, ikaw ba, hindi ka ba nahihirapan? And I just said, alam niyo po kasi medyo mahina yung ulo. Sabi ko kasi, because my two older sisters are so smart, so I always felt that I was more boba compared to them. I grew up like that. And so I told him, kasi medyo mahina pa yung ulo ko, kaya mas madali akong maniwala, kaya okay man sa akin. And in hindsight, sometimes I find myself telling people that, alam mo, sometimes mabuti na lang medyo bobo ko, kasi at least napakadali ko napaniwalaan lahat ng natutunan ko. At I learned more from my heart than from my head, or with my heart than with my head. That might have been a blessing in disguise. So ayun, that's sort of why I think it was easy for me to go through every kind of change and challenge, and bump in the road, I think, because um, it was just I just felt that God knew better than me, and so I would just let Him take me wherever I needed to go. So I guess that's what made how things were much easier for me. So where are you? Are you coming back, or should I end this for now, Charina? Or should I just sing a song? Hi, Charina.
Hi, she's coming back.
Kawawa naman. You naman.
Yeah,
Hi, nice to meet you. You're in Sydney.
yeah. I
Okay,
am in
see,
Sydney.
and
Yes,
I was just talking about Sydney. Look at that.
yes. I heard all of that.
Because my daughter,
I
well, I call her my
mm,
daughter because she's my daughter. She's the daughter of my sister who passed away. And so when my sister passed away,
mm,
she was about 12, and I raised her. So I became a
okay.
mommy. I became a mommy at 25 years old. So yeah, and she lives in
Mm.
Sydney.
So she's still here.
She's there. She's been there for tagal
Okay.
na with her husband and two grown sons. Laki-laki na.
I have the script that Chiki prepared, Joey. So if you don't mind, I'll probably
Oh,
continue with the
definitely.
questions.
Yeah. Is it her internet? Is ano?
Yeah, yeah. But she's back, but her devices are not connected, so we'll just wait
Okay,
for
well
her.
that's okay.
Yeah.
But I think people are still watching anyway because I know a
Oh
friend
my
of mine
goodness.
is messaging me, and she's still hearing us. Her name is Dolly. Dolly is actually somebody who has been following Chiki's podcast. I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Um.
and she's one of Chiki's followers. So it's nice to know that she can hear us. Thanks for letting us know, Dolly.
So there's a question here. Oh, actually, I we do have questions from the audience, so I might as well jump to that.
Yeah, and
Um,
we can always record this as you can always edit this in as
yeah, so that there's one question
independent.
from Amor, and she asks, paano po maglagay ng melody sa heartbreak song?
Hi,
Does that
Amor.
make sense?
Nice to meet you. How do you put a melody to a heartbreak song? Well,
Mm-hmm.
most of those songs, sorry, most of those heartbreak songs that you've heard me record or sing were not written by me. So
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't me who actually wrote the melodies, but
Okay.
I painted those melodies
Like the
um,
canvas.
like a canvas.
Yes.
I painted the words into those melodies. And how
Mm-hmm.
you do that is you just feel, sorry,
Live na live tayo.
you just feel, you
Okay.
just feel what the words say, and you feel where the music goes,
Mm-hmm.
and you paint them together.
And
I,
that's
I
how
just,
you come up with the heartbreak song. Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Which question we have here?
maybe it helps to have your own heartbreaks.
It does, your own experience. Oh, there's one question here about a song. What was the inspiration when you sang Ikaw Lang Mamahalin, which is so beautifully timeless, from from a Facebook user whose name is not known.
Hello, hello.
CP's.
Ikaw lang ang mamahalin. I actually wrote the
Mhm.
lyrics of that myself.
Wow.
Now that I wrote. The melody was, of
Mhm.
course, Louis Ocampos. He's brilliant with melodies. But that's how we worked together. He would
Mhm.
supply the melody and I would supply the lyrics. Ikaw Lang Mamahalin was written after I had lost both my father and then finally my sister.
Okay.
And, we, even if it didn't seem like it, I kept working and working and working, but inside my heart just kept breaking. And
Mm.
and like I said earlier, um, when a song is meant to be sung and brought out, when the words of a song are meant to be heard, you are just a vessel and they just come out. I am not a songwriter by profession, but when there is a song that needs to be heard and I am the chosen vessel, the words come in a matter of minutes,
Like in a shower.
like in a shower. But this one wasn't in a shower for once.
Where was it? In the traffic.
Not in the traffic this time.
Okay.
Um, I think this one was home. I think I was crying. So yeah, I think songwriters are so lucky because they are initially vessels of words and thoughts.
I would use the word conduit. I think you're like a channel.
Our channel, yeah.
Yeah, so the song comes to you and you're the channel that shares it with the world.
Yes. True.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
magic. I mean, people
It's
look
like
for,
magic, exactly.
people look
how
for
you write.
miracles. These are miracles. These are little miracles because these are things that come from nothing. And what else is a miracle? But things that come from nothing, right?
Yes, correct. It's magic.
Every
So
song.
anyway, Cheek is not coming back apparently.
Oh no, na daw.
I will have to wing it, Joey. Actually, let's see what we can do here. I wanna wrap it up because we don't wanna hold you for longer than what we have already, if that's okay.
You can always call back, not a problem.
Yeah.
We can do a
But
part
I
two
wanted
on that. Let's do a part-
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'd like to just summarize and put together what you've talked about with Chiki, whom I call CP. I love this part where you shared Danny Javier's sharing with you, and that the great artists or musicians love teaching and sharing. So that was a good insight into
That's true.
how you guys work
And to
together.
add to that, like Basil, again, when I'm recording, see Basil, he'll just come in and he'll listen. And of course, I'm getting nervous because why is Basil
Goosebumps.
just listening to me while I'm recording? Like, yikes, diba? And then
Yeah.
he'll talk on the talk box. Yung itong word na to, ganito mo sabihin. Wag yung kasi Tagalog yan eh. And Basil has the best Tagalog, di ba?
Right.
And
Correct.
he really, like he'll stay. I'm sure he had better things to do, but he stayed there. And specifically the song that he gave me to sing, it was actually given to him to sing by Father Manoling Francisco. But he said, I already have a Manoling Francisco hit. Let me give you this one. So he gave
He's
me
so
Sa'yo Lamang.
generous.
He gave me Sa'yo Lamang to record. And he, when I was recording it, he went in and was like, sabihin mo ganito tong word na to. And I just, you cherish that. And like, for them to take time. Or Jim Paredes, for instance, he was teaching me how to songwrite.
Right.
And one of the most valuable lessons I learned from him was you write a song, not because it's going to be a hit. You write a song because it's you. It's a part of you that you're going to leave behind.
It's like your story that you're telling the world.
It's your story. Like, kasi syempre, we all grow up in this in the industry where you're so hit driven. Kailangan may hit song ako. And now I have nothing more to prove. So tamang-tama yung words niya na, no, Joey, you write a song because you have, you're right, Charina, because you have your own stories to tell.
Yeah. And another one you talked about was the song being a canvas, where you use your voice to paint. I love that. And there's texture, shadows, light, and
Oh, and I studied and mastered that
textures,
as hard as I could.
And finally, the last one I made note of is this one. And you were talking about your kids, bringing them up. And you said that in the Philippines, your lives would have been parallel.
No, I didn't
but
say
migrating.
that. My father said that.
Yeah. Oh, your mom did.
Oh,
Yes,
this is
yes.
my mother's words of wisdom, not mine.
Very, very wise.
I have
I
none
love
of
it.
my
So,
own. I have none of my own. I live by my mother's words. But it is true,
no.
and it really helped
Mm,
me to accept myself as a not as a bad mom, but as a mom who will continuously struggle to build that beautiful tapestry of a life with my two daughters.
mhm.
And maybe that is a good part of the legacy I will leave behind for them when it's time for me to go.
Exactly. And we have your songs, Joey. That's
Yes,
your legacy to
yes,
us. So
yes.
we thank you. From everyone who's online, we thank you for bringing magic into our lives.
Oh, thank you. It is my joy, my joy. What a blessing
Mhm.
and what an honor. And yeah, so if and tell Chiki I can do a
I
part two.
don't know
Don't
if,
worry.
let me see. She's trying to connect, but I think her internet is really bad. So
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to
Well, but
we'll
at
have
least
to
I
let
got
you
to
go.
meet you, and everything happens for a
Hmm.
reason.
Yeah, that's right. So we're now
So
connected.
we're now connected,
We're
and
now
you're yeah.
connected.
So yeah, and tell Chiki, yeah, maybe the other reason is we have to do a part two. But you
Correct.
know how
Yes,
to
we'll
find me.
have
You
that.
know where to find me. I'm just here. And maybe next time, Chiki, we can sing together.
And I'll come and watch you.
No, here on StreamYard. Kaya namin gawin yan.
Again, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, that's gonna be great.
Julina, so
Okay,
nice
I
to
think
meet you. What part of Sydney?
um let's miss it's northwest of Sydney. So
Ah,
it's in a
parang
place called parang the Hills area. So where is your sister?
my niece. My niece, parang
Oh, your
she's there
niece,
already.
sorry.
In fact, I'm supposed to chat with her
Do
tonight.
do you remember her suburb?
Um, Give me one short second. Her
Sige nga,
address
sige.
is here, but because I know her address also says NSW, or
NSW, yes, yes.
does
In
everybody's
South
address?
Wales?
Yeah, or does everybody's address say that? No,
No, that's
she's
out of
in
state.
Kellyville.
My God, I live in Kellyville. Anong address niya?
Oh my God,
Baka neighbor ko siya.
Exbury
That's your
Road.
niece, right?
Yes, my niece who's parang my daughter. She's like my eldest daughter. She's so
Okay.
much like me.
What?
If you meet her, nako grabe. Exbury Road.
Okay.
Don't tell me you're also in
Mhm.
Exbury.
How do you spell it?
Exbury.
I know where that is.
Exbury Road.
Mm.
Oh my
I'll
God,
find. That's serendipitous.
I know. Oh, there. If you want to know anything else about me, call her. She knows everything about me because I raised her.
Because I run around the neighborhood, so I know I have seen the street name.
Mm.
I just can't recall kung saan talaga gaano kalayo, but we're
Pero
in the
what are
same
the
suburb.
chances nasa Kellyville din, di ba? Oh my gosh.
Exactly. So I'm just probably 5 kilometers, within that
Within
radius from
the,
her.
yeah, within that
Yeah.
range. For sure. Naku, I'm going to tell her kasi we're
I'm
going
gonna
to
knock on her door. I'm gonna say, I'm Chiki's friend, and I met Joey in Chiki's show.
I'll tell her later because we're supposed to chat later. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Oh,
Oh,
one
so nice
moment.
to meet you.
Chiki's
Oh,
calling. She disappeared. Hang on.
Magpa-FaceTime yan. Magpa-FaceTime yan.
Oo nga, pwede palang FaceTime. Ano? Hang on a second. Ayan, ayan. Let's put her on speaker. We are still on, CP. Hello? You can use your phone to enter,
Oh, yeah.
You can. All down. Everything is down. But you can go up to upstairs, the road, and then you can use your mobile. But anyway, I think we have to let
Ay,
Joey
Chikitita,
go.
nagbayad ka ba ng ano mo? Nagbayad ka ba ng
Okay.
nagbayad ka ba ng wifi mo? Bakit ka nagbayad?
Okay. She's gonna call you down and
Okay,
part two for sure.
okay. All
Part
right.
two. Okay.
Nice to
So
meet
thank you so
you.
much.
And
Yes.
goodbye to
Bye
everybody.
everybody.
Goodbye,
I have
everybody.
to end
And
na
thank you
rin.
for
Yeah.
joining my guesting
Thank
here in
you.
podcast. And I hope to see you again
Oh,
soon.
wait, before you go, Joey, hang on, hang on. I have something here. Yeah, there you go. You can
Ah,
follow her, everybody, on
oh,
Facebook.
you can and you can all You can all see me on my Dear Joey YouTube channel. You can hear me sing
Oh,
all
you have
kinds
a
of
dear
songs
Joey.
here.
Okay.
And if you like, you can also write me, because what I do on the Dear Joey YouTube channel is people write me, and they write me their stories, sad or happy, and then they can request a song, or I can just dedicate a song to them. So this is something that I really would love to do for all, especially the OFWs. Kayong mga
Mm-hmm.
OFWs, alam ko minsan nalulungkot kayo. So Dear Joe YouTube channel is here para kantahan ko kayo. So just
Okay.
write me at
Is that the one? Is that what I
uh,
have there?
Dear Joey YouTube channel. I don't.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, no. I've written it on the
yes, Dear Joey
screen.
YouTube channel.
Okay, there you
Yes.
go.
And so it's and you can email your letters to me at writedearjoey@gmail.com. That's
And
WRITE.
I'll write it down. Right. Right at Joey.
Write Dear Joey, WRITE,
Okay.
dearjoey@gmail.com.
Is that
Yes.
right?
Yes, you
Okay.
can write me there
Fantastic.
and do make your song request, so I can
Mm-hmm.
either um, read your story and dedicate a song to you, or just do a request and on Hello DJ, and I will Hello Dear Joey, and I will sing you a song. Today's episode is nice. It's you should watch.
I'll watch it. I'll subscribe.
Yay!
Okay. Ayan, bye-bye na.
Okay, tumatawag si Chiki, pero bye everyone. Thank
Oh my
you.
God.
Oh
Bye.
my
Yan na, yan na.
There.
on my phone.
There, see? On your phone.
Hi, Chiki. Welcome back to our show.
Thank you for guesting me with my budget.
Yeah, I'm very happy to guest you on your own podcast. Really fun. Yeah.
This is the crackest
We
internet.
winged it, CP.
But
Hey.
you did it. Congratulations to win for your
No, you
first
know what? I just really
interview.
wanted to have time to chat with Chirina, kasi you know what? She's my niece's neighbor pala.
Ayun.
We live in the same suburb, CP.
Oh my
Kellyville.
See?
I know, I'll tell you. Alam mo si Lord talaga, the humor of God. I'm telling you, you
Mm.
just have to learn to live with the humor of God. He's the funniest.
He is
Ay, talaga.
very funny.
See?
So may part 2
Super.
tayo. May part 2?
May part 2 tayo. Ano gusto mo? Pero kailangan sa part 2, kakanta na tayo.
Oh, of course. Ready na. Ready.
Oo, ready. Ay, ikaw, ako hindi. Ano lang, -1 lang.
-1. Pwede rin. Naku mga kaibigan, maraming salamat sa inyong pag-unawa.
O yung isang fan mo na friend ko, si Dolly, is here. And she watches you pala all the time.
In, I know the place. I know it. Or, no.
Yeah.
Portland.
Yes.
Oregon. Yes. Hi, part 2 mga kaibigan.
CP, mag-wrap up na tayo.
Mag-wrap up na tayo. Naku, paano
Wrap up na tayo. So just
wait.
just remind. Yeah.
Let Joey speak of her Dear Joey?
Yes,
we've done that.
Oh,
And we've done the email.
The email as well. And the website.
and the dedication, no, and the thing for the OFWs. That's why I have Dear Joey. Ano pa gusto?
Yes. Naku, ang galing ng aking prodigy.
Oh, di ba?
Ang galing.
Thank you nga for guesting sa show namin ni Charina.
Ako na yung naging guest ninyong dalawa. Sige ha?
Sige. Reminder everybody to please subscribe to ChiquiStories YouTube.
And ladies and gentlemen, please keep tuned to the ChiquiStories podcast and hear all her wonderful and lovely stories that she shares with you through us and through everyone else that she guests.
Yay! I listen all day.
Bale. Part 2 pa yan.
Part 2.
Kasi bitin. Oo.
Sobrang bitin. Ang daming bagay-bagay.
Usap tayo.
So your podcast, you really structure it na 1 hour at a time lang.
Yeah, we try as best as we can. Pero nag-over talaga.
How good that you're disciplined that way, Kasi ako when I do, me and Chad Borja, we do the back-to-backan,
Yes.
right? Minsan umaabot kami 6 hours kakantahan. Bye, Charina!
I have to go. Okay, you guys
bye.
carry on. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
No, it's okay. We go na rin. Yeah. Sige, we'll do a part 2. Kasi I know baka you have work pa. What are you doing? Gabi na pala dyan.
Alas 10
na.
Alarm na yung aking sleeping alarm. Tulog na ng lola.
Oh, tulog ka na, Lola. Okay. Okay, bye.
We love you, Joey.
Love you. Let me know when we should do it again.
Yes.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. And everyone you heard, Joey, Albert, who's still here. Joey, I'm gonna move. Okay, so I'm talking to you from my iPad right now. Why this weird angle, but it's okay. So, ang aking script na nagkagulog-gutay-gutay na. But break me, Joey, no? Salamat, Joey, for agreeing to guest here on the ChiquiStories Podcast. Kahit ganito kapalpak yung aking internet. Kailangan ng bagong internet. You're very welcome, Bea. Thank you, Pam. Dolly, inabot ng 6 hours. Yes. Isa, thank you very much, Lauren, Janet, Ron. And I hope Chewing was able to thank my, if not for my patrons, I wouldn't be here. So I'd like to read their names. To Menchi, to Eric, Jenny Lee, Pam, Rina, Dolly, Leia, Charina, my partner Charina, oh my God, Chawing, thank you very much for the save. Wala na po akong light, kaya puro eyebags na po ako dito sa anggulong ito, but it's okay. To Isa, to Dolly, once again, thank you, Dolly. Evelyn, Harold, Ronnie, Eric, to my son Solomon, and again, Lauren, umulit na ba tayo? Mary Ann, Jonah, Maricor, Christina, Marie Chris, Tisha, Benz, Cristeta, Mon, and my very own Azimi family, Jack, Sol, Una, and Joshin, and my Pineda family. I thank you for joining me today. Again, pasensya na po sa kabagalan ng ating internet. It happens, it's part of the technical difficulty portion of any endeavor. I'm so distracted, but I'm still going to read something for you. I am blessed way beyond, sana ng camera ko, blessed beyond words for having had Miss Joey Albert on episode number 11 and a half. Merong part 2, ha? Huwag mo kalimutan. Episodes 1 to 11 have been such an interesting journey for me, like today. And I just want to make sure that I wish each and every one of you listening to this right now continued growth, and maybe all embody and be proud of us being lifelong learners. Don't be afraid of trying new things. Don't be afraid of making mistakes, my dear artistas. Mistakes happen, lags, drops, internet disappearing, it happens, but you can always come back. And there's always, ika nga tonight, part 2, or even 3 and 4 and 5. So may this, I love sharing the backstory with you guys because I want you all to know that it's okay. It's okay. No light, no angle, no appealing angles, that's still okay. And as my dear Joey reminded us today, she shared so many lessons, especially from her mom. There's one that I wanted to repeat because she shares it in a lot of interviews. Tatanungin ko kung sana siya kanina about it, pero I didn't have the chance, but I'll share it with you now. Joey's mom always told her to be kind. Be kind, be kind, be kind. Be kind to people on your way going to your destination, whether it be an up destination or whatnot. Be kind to the people that you meet, because you'll meet them on your way back and or down. And I'm hoping it's not going to be a down for any of us here. Pero just be kind. You can't go wrong with that. And I wish you all peace and blessings, no matter what angle, no matter what the condition that we're going through in life. Peace and blessings, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. And this is your cheekiness, may I say, reclaiming my peace, because it's my choice. I can be stressed with all of these things on the outside, but inside I'm choosing to be peaceful, reclaiming my peace, my power, and my place in this lifetime. And I love you all. Padayon, padayon, padayon. Keep moving forward, my loves. And courage in your own brand of creativity always and always. Good night. God bless. Happy September. Bye. Thanks again, Joey. Thanks again, Joey. God bless you all.